Welcome to Adam's Athenaeum. Let's take a look together through the news and records of our times as we try to shed light upon the unvarnished truth. Thanks for coming back to listen to this episode where we're going to talk about some of the new updates happening today in the Russia-Ukraine war. As I was checking out the news today and just listening to radio, I've heard some interesting things taking place in Russia, and I wanted to go over them with you because I'm not sure everyone's aware of everything taking place and how it seems all the pieces of the puzzle are adding up. Let's go ahead and start here. I was just doing a quick DuckDuckGo search, and essentially I found, I was looking up thousands fleeing Russia. We get headlines like why thousands of people are fleeing Russia now, thousands of men flee Russia after Putin's partial draft order, why thousands of people are fleeing Russia now, mayhem at Russian borders, thousands flee Putin's draft. So it's pretty obvious that, it seems anyway, Russian citizens aren't entirely in favor of the draft or the war, and they don't want to be conscripted into fighting against Ukraine. Well, as I continued browsing, I actually clicked on one of those articles, but I want to show you one other thing first here. This was also another DuckDuckGo search. This was from the same one, but I clicked on, let me go ahead and just pull it up for all of us. Sorry, it's got a little hiccup. Sorry about that. Okay, so this one is going to be from Yahoo News, and it's titled, NATO Fears Russia Preparing to Test Poseidon Nuclear Torpedo for the First Time. And in it says, according to the newspaper, the key commands of the NATO member countries have received reports over the past few days regarding the movement of the nuclear submarine Belgorod, which can carry Poseidon torpedoes. It is considered the epitome of a new concept of warfare, La Repubblica writes. It said that the Belgorod is often mentioned in the context of the sabotage of the Nord Stream gas pipelines, as this is one of the activities for which it was designed. Very interesting, very interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at another article that I had pulled up here. Let me share with everyone. This one's going to be from Fox, just so we can jump around to different left and right sources just to make sure that everyone's saying the same thing. So they were telling us in the last article about the nuclear submarine. Well, this article from Fox News it says Russian nuclear submarine armed with doomsday weapon disappears from Arctic harbor. Report. Putin's Belgorod submarine is said to be capable of creating a 1,600-foot radioactive tsunami. A top-of-the-line Russian nuclear-powered submarine has gone missing from its harbor in the Arctic along with its rumored doomsday weapon, according to multiple reports. Now, we've also heard that Putin has moved his nuclear train up to the front lines as well, along the fighting in Ukraine. What does this mean? Well, let's pull up one more article here, just so we get a fairly good grasp of the situation. This one is going to be from MSN. It says, nuclear weapons convoy sparks fears Putin could be preparing test to send a signal to the West. A Russian convoy transporting equipment for Russia's nuclear weapons program has sparked fears that Vladimir Putin could be preparing a test to send a signal to the West. So what kind of test is he planning on undertaking? Is he planning on testing out this torpedo nuke somewhere in the Arctic or wherever it may have gone from there? Or is he planning to test it out on the front lines in the Ukraine fight? I mean, today, actually the last couple of days, I've been reading many headlines about how much ground Ukraine has been retaking in the war against Russia. And it seems a little interesting to me that they seem to be doing so well, but when we really kind of stop to think about it and look at everything else that's happening, it would, at least in my opinion, and I hope I'm wrong, it would seem that Russia or Putin are pulling back their forces to deliver a major blow to the front lines or to the Ukrainian front somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be. Who knows where it will be? Who knows if it will be an attack on Ukraine? But I think the pieces are shifting, obviously, in the direction of World War III. It's a buzzword. I'm sure many people are tired of hearing it. Many people don't want to believe it, and I get it. I don't blame you. But it's here. It's right on the edge. We're on the brink of potentially the end of civilization. I made an episode just recently talking about how we need to have better peace talks, how Putin was down for peace talks until just a couple of days ago. Vladimir Zelensky signed a expedited request to join NATO again. This is one of Putin's red lines. He does not want NATO any closer to Russia. And every president over the last decade, has left or right, has moved NATO's borders closer to Russia. We've been crossing his hard line. It's not just Ukraine. It's been us and all the other NATO allies. We've gotten ourselves into this mess. Can we get out of this mess? Are we going to have to be involved in this mess? What kind of a disaster are we talking about? A radioactive tsunami, some have said. Can you even picture that? Seems like something out of a science fiction movie. And I guarantee you, it could probably happen. I don't see why it couldn't. That's all I got for today. I just had to bring that quickly to your attention to bring us all up on the same page that I think World War III is here. If not, we're walking a razor's thin blade between war and maybe some kind of long-term peace. I guarantee you, you don't want world war. You don't want Ukraine to lose. To some degree, you don't want Russia to lose. Because look how they're acting. Anyway, that's where I'll leave today's episode. I appreciate you all coming back. If you have anyone you think that needs to hear this message, please share this video with all your friends and family on any platform that you deem necessary. I upload videos a few times a week, so please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification on YouTube, or I'm on Rumble now in case you want to check me out there. But be sure to subscribe so that way you don't get notified, or that way you do get notified when I go live. And if you got anything to talk about or disprove me or update me on, let's talk about it in the comments section. I hope to see you there. And again, thanks for coming. I'll see you again soon.